Good morning, good evening, welcome back to another episode of Enchanted Rides and Drives. Got a very special video for you guys today. I'm in Guthrie's Car Museum. I'm not going to give you the address, it's an undisclosed location. We're going to take a quick walkthrough, check out some of these exotic vehicles he's got in here. He's got some very rare vehicles. Some of you guys probably have never seen some of these cars. Keep the talking to the minimum. I'm going to let the vehicles do the talking. Let's go. So all three of these are pace cars. Plus 500. $64. It's got a 260 in it. '83 Fox body, 4i. Even has the jackets and the hat. Checker flags on the back to match. This is an S95. How many of these did they make? You know?
For 94, it's 1,000.
Only 1,000 of these made.
Yeah, this is 565.
Got the jacket on this one as well.
They're all convertibles.
Nice touch with the brown and the
Yeah,
red.
red with brown tan leather interior.
It's a gorgeous car.
And all the decals were in the trunk.
All the decals?
Yeah, so we had those. We put those on when we got the car. Didn't have them, so we put them on.
So you gotta love these gas pumps here, guys. These are all mint conditions. They probably all still work, don't they?
Well, let's take a look at the prices when they were shut down. When I started driving, gas was 23 cents a gallon.
42 cents.
23.
That one's 23.
Well, no. I said when I first started driving,
21.
prices were 23 cents a gallon.
I think it was 89 cents when I started driving. Okay, guys.
Let me turn the turntable on.
Couple guesses. You can put it in the comments. I'm going to tell you what it is. That's cool. This is a Pantera, guys, in case you're wondering. custom built. That's perfect right there. Let me see if I can get into that interior. I'll leave it right there. So how much horsepower is this thing putting out?
About 800.
800?
It's a Terminator motor, 4.6 32 valve. With the it had the supercharger on it, so we cut the supercharger, plenum off. That's what's on top, and then all that stuff in there is fabricated. Everything you've seen is all fabricated.
And now
power steering,
twin turbo.
Power steering, power brakes, air conditioning. Yep. 32 valve, 4.6 liter Terminator motor. Everything's all custom made in shop over there, where yours is at now.
Guthrie's Garage. Build you anything you want. How many hours did this thing take?
6.5, 7 years.
6.5 to 7 years to build this.
On and on. It took a few tries to get the fenders correct. It's all metal. This is all original. Everything on top is all original metal. The front fenders, the hood, the roof, the rear deck. We modified the side fenders and built a rocker panel at the bottom, scoops for the engines and for the coolers, oversized glass,
It's all
custom
seamless.
interior, redesigned the interior, went horizontal to vertical. I went from vertical to horizontal. The controls, one off wheels, custom made. I'm running a 335/30/19 in the back.
I'm sure this car will scare the shit out of you.
And this is the original hood. We actually scalloped this in to look like the original GT40s, which gave us an idea of how to lower the radiator down to get more room. We put in a fuel cell, removed it from the back, built a custom fuel cell, race pedals.
Fuel cells there right under the hood.
Well, originally they were on the left side of the engine bay.
Yeah, I bet it was back here.
They were back in the left side of the engine bay. where the original fuel
Originally these cars came with 302s?
Nope, 351 Cleveland.
351 Clevelands?
Yep.
Now they were built in Italy and imported.
Well, the cars were built in Italy and they were shipped them before Ford put in the engines.
Ford, Lincoln, Mercury.
Yeah, you can get them at
Sold
Lincoln Mercury
both of them.
dealerships. I remember seeing them on the showroom floor back in the early 70s.
Now how do you say it? The Tomaso?
The Di Tomaso Pantera.
Di Tomamas?
Di Tomasta.
That one always
Pantera.
trips me up, guys.
Di Tomasta Pantera.
Pantera. And Pantera in Italian is just Panther. I do know that one.
We had a 72 or 73 or 74 GTS that we sold that a couple of years ago. Black and burgundy. And we actually did the Barrett Jackson Cup back in 2021 with it.
This thing's gorgeous.
There's all the cars he competed against up there in that picture.
So the Barrett Jackson Cup in 21.
And the guy that won it was from New Zealand.
Where did he place?
First,
No, where did Jim place?
huh?
Where did Jim place?
I don't remember.
And there she is.
All we got was a
Did
sticker.
Jim ever name it?
All we got was a sticker.
Did you ever name it?
Yeah, Pantera.
That's the name, Pantera.
Pantera.
All right. Well, let's go in the back. Check out what we got back here.
So,
Got some guys in here doing some work. We'll try to stay out of their way. Jim's got a plethora of Mustangs in here. Got a couple oldies over here. It's a Model T right there.
We got it from the original family out of Minnesota.
Original owner. So
Friend of Jim's.
one owner, second owner. Pretty cool.
Little 4-cylinder.
And how much muscle did you have to crank it?
I don't know. It's got an electric starter on it.
Oh, okay. So you don't crank it anymore.
It's got an optional electric starter.
Oh,
The
it came with it.
Yeah, well, it was optional. They have it.
Nice.
So they got, it's got vapor plate carburetor, poly water pump, power hitch, and bumper. And electric starter was optional, so it has an electric starter. And it's a little 4-cylinder.
22.5 horsepower, guys. The H stands for horseless carriage.
That's a 33 Ford Cabriolet, built during the Depression, and that was the color it was painted, so it's been repainted once.
And it's got a flat top V8.
Flathead V8.
Flathead.
The owner passed away a few years ago, so we got it from the city last year.
Well, check out that wood, guys.
It's got suicide doors.
Classic touches. It's missing from modern cars. Gotta love the wood.
And rumble seat. I really love the paint job. Colors
It's
striking.
yeah, it's a cool color. 3-tone. So Mr. Jim's got all kinds of stuff all over the place in here. It's kind of hard to keep my attention on one. My eyes keep getting pulled to one way or another. Got some CobraRs here. Let's check these guys out. That's side exhaust there. Car row seats. This is a 2000 CobraR. Another CobraR here. Fox body CobraR, 1993. Only 107 of these ever made. Got a Boss 351 over here. What year is this one?
71.
This is 69?
70.
70?
70, that's a 69.
70 Boss 302. Love these blue ones. He's got his Rio Grande Mustang Club sticker in there.
Oh, it was a national show last year.
Yep.
A year ago this month. And they had it at Blue Park. First national, it was the only national show west of Mississippi last year.
Right. That was a good show.
MCA?
I took gold in that show
Good deal.
with my 09.
But I had to take 6 cars over there, so I wasn't messing with mine.
Yeah.
And that's a 69 Boss 429.
This is the Cabernet Red or the Wine Red.
The Burgundy red. And then that's what the suspension looks like underneath with all the markings.
Yep, hold on to your seats. Love this red.
Yeah, they only put these motors in the Mustangs to homogenate them so they can run them in NASCAR. So Ford builds a car, ships it to another company called Car Crafters with K's. They shave the shock towers and install the motor and tranny and ship it to the dealers.
Put the new shock tower braces in there.
Yeah, they gotta fit that big ass thing in there.
That is a monster of a motor.
Yep. They can put out almost 600 horsepower, but they're tuned to about 385.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I said, they did that so they can run these motors at NASCAR. Hemispherical heads, it's like a Hemis.
Ford's version of a Hemi.
429 Boss with Hemi heads.
Gorgeous red.
And that's a photograph underneath is all marks.
What is the underside of this car? So you guys can see. We got a Shelby GT 350 here.
69 350.
69.
Jade black with the white Corinthian vinyl.
Corinthian
Corinthian,
vinyl.
if you remember Ricardo Montalban for the Chrysler Cordova. Yeah, it says it right there on the build sheet that it's white Corinthian vinyl.
Martini report, guys. Martini Auto Works. For Fords, if you want to know about your car, contact Martini Auto Works. Tell you anything you need to know, just based off your VIN. Strongly recommend you getting one of those if you have a Ford. You Chevy guys, I don't know where you go for that. Your blue box there is going to be your stats on the car. You're going to break down your VIN, order dates, ship dates, where your vehicle was sold, at what dealership, and then all of your package details will be on there as well. Like I said, guys, definitely recommend Martini Auto Works for Fords. I believe they do F-150s and a couple other models as well than the Mustangs.
It's a 68 Shelby GT 500.
68.
We started about some 30 years ago, and then when the owner was getting up, he offered the car to Jim, and Jim bought it. It's one of the first cars he restored.
One of 197 in red. This is
67 GT 350.
67 350.
29 in it.
Sit down and take a look at the rears.
And if you look, all three rear ends are different from the 67, 68, 69s on the Shelbys. Each one's different in the back. Just like the fronts. And the back tail lights.
That one's definitely got some meteor tires and sticks out pretty nice, and that one's going in.
Well, those are this radial TAs or 60 series. These are a bias tires. Those are a radial. That's why they look like that.
This is another 350.
It was a 66 GT 350. It was a Carroll Shelby's media press car from 1966.
This was actually Carroll Shelby's car?
Yeah, it was a Carroll Shelby media press car.
So this was a media press car for Carroll Shelby.
There's a picture from the border trend in there from the 1966 advertisement in the window.
I was going to say this is a classic Shelby color. With the
Well, they all came in this color.
they all came like this one.
Well, for 65s, yeah, they did. And then this is the original car right there.
And there it is in the picture.
It's a Motor Trend advertisement from 1966.
So Mr. Shelby, Shelby's hand was right about there.
Yep. So this is his, and his signature too. It's got a signature in it.
So there you go, guys. A little bit of history.
But this one, we put an these were pre-title cars, built pre-title. Ford built the cars, special specific specs, sent them to Shelby, and then Shelby iced them.
Complete them and then.
Well, yeah, they have an SMN number, but we put on a period correct Paxton supercharger, which was a post-title option from Shelby after you bought the car. So we put an R front end on it, and we put a 65 exhaust system on it, because in 66 I ran them out past the axles.
Okay.
So you can have this thing coming from 2 to 3 blocks away. And then if you notice, we have the period correct overspray on the fiberglass hood.
Beautiful car.
This one was a total frame-off restoration. Another dope boat.
If you guys are ever looking at Shelby's, make sure the signature's there. If you don't see the signature, it's probably a fake.
It all depends on if you can get him to sign it. He died in 2012, unfortunately.
Right. So all the new ones are not. It's a repo or a replica signature, right?
What's that?
On all these newer ones, it's a replica signature on the plate, isn't there?
No,
there's not one on there.
He doesn't sign these cars.
Didn't sign these.
No, he was dead. He died in 2012. This is a 2020
I know
GT 500.
He signed most of the Cobras, though, right? The AC Cobras in there. He didn't sign
He
all
didn't
them.
sign them. The only ones that he signed was in 2007. They were the 07 Shelby GT California Specials, or the California GT Californias.
Carbon fiber rims. Now those rims, I believe, are a $12,000 package.
They're about $5,000 a piece.
$5,000 a piece.
Carbon
So
fiber.
about 10 grand
This one has
package.
a carbon fiber track pack.
Carbon fiber rim.
So yeah, carbon fiber track pack, no back seat, all the electronic. It's got everything. 8-speed dual clutch transmission.
Factory, no backseat.
Yeah, no back seat.
Just like those ours over there, no backseat from the
Well,
factory.
this carbon fiber track pack doesn't come with a back seat, but it comes with Recaro, so no back seat. And it's the wheels and tires. And some of the cladding, the rear wing is carbon fiber. And it's
That's beautiful.
Totally about 760 horses. You drive it just like a normal car until you put your foot in it, and you better be ready to hang on, and you got enough room to slow down.
Hold on to your seats. Someday, guys, someday. All right. Let's keep it moving here. We're going to get stuck here all day. What's the story with this one?
Jim bought this a few years back. He rented it for a few times to race it, vintage racing, and he ended up buying it.
Liked it, huh?
It is a real Shelby GT 350H from '66. This actually was a rental car back in '66.
So it's a Hearst edition.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a 350 Hertz.
Okay, makes sense with that gold stripe there. I was going to say that's a Hertz gold.
Well, for '66 they came out in 7 different colors, 6 or 7 different colors. For '65 they were black with gold
The
stripe.
golds were consistent though, right?
Well, yeah, the gold was always there. For
The gold was always there on the Hearst. That's
Even
that's
for
kind of
the
what I
newer
remember.
models, even for the S550s.
Man, this thing looks like it screams.
It is. It's got a little board stroke 289 to 293, and it's got like an 8100 red line. It's loud. It's a dry
This ain't your grandma's Mustang, guys.
And it's got a dry oil sump system in it. We got a cooling pack for the suits. Yeah, this is for vintage racing. Matter of fact, we do this up in Sonoma and Laguna Seca.
We're gonna have to get Jim to bring this out to Suka one day. I'd love to get some video on this thing running around.
But this was a 2.5-year project to go from a rental car to a race car. It's a full-fledged race car.
2.5 years from a rental car to a race car. It looks good. So what do we have here?
That's another vintage racer that he has. It's a '66 GT40 Mark III, built
Mark
by
III.
Super Performance out of South Africa. So the parts on this car and the original, about 80 to 90% of the parts will cross match. But this is the only company that Shelby endorsed to build Shelby automobiles.
Out of South Africa.
Yeah, Super Performance.
Yeah.
So this has a detuned drag motor in it, putting out about 980 horses. The only thing that limits this car are the brakes, just like they did in the movie. The brakes suck.
Yeah, too hot.
Yeah.
Load them up.
Well, Le Mans, they just changed the whole
They
upright.
just changed the whole brake setup.
Upright, yeah. They got it down to an art, have it done in a few minutes.
And if you don't know what we're talking about there, guys, go watch the movie, Ford versus Ferrari. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. And there they are.
Yeah, that's the one that he raced in the Le Mans in '66.
Came in first, second, and third.
Yeah. And then that's the winning car up there, which then when we got this thing was blue with white stripes. So we painted it to look like the '66 winning car, the Kiwi car. And those are the 3 that crossed the line at the same time.
Those are
are
your
the
3
original
winners.
cars. So Camillo, the artist Camillo, who designed the 2018 GTs,
The GT.
did an artist rendition of the winning car, and that's number 4 of 200, and I have number 3 of 200. I outbid Jim one night.
Did you get it?
Yep, I got it. Then he got one from Camillo the next day. But he did that in 2016.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I got mine all framed, but my frame has gold in it, so it kind of accents the wheels.
That's cool. Oh yeah, I can see how that would go.
Yeah, so he only did 160 of these. Jim has number 4 and I have number 3.
Only 106?
Only 160 of them were done.
Only 160.
And signed by Camillo. Matter of fact, I was at the auction and he was sitting behind me when I bought that. So he came over here on Jim's 05 and signed the strut brace for him too. On the strut brace.
History all over the place in here.
Well, this one's
This is a GT. No, not a GT40, but a GT.
It's a Ford GT. It's a
In
2005.
2005.
We put a whipple blower on it. We put about 800 horsepower at the tire.
This is supercharged. Now I did a video on one of these at the last Mustang show. It was a blue one. You can also see it in that video if you guys check it out.
So it's a 5.4 32 valve motor.
Ooh.
and it's rated at 550 from the factory. But we put a Whipple on it, and we're in an off-road exhaust. That's Camilo's signature.
And there's your signature on the strut tower.
We replaced the struts and shocks with Penske struts, racing struts and shocks. We're running Hoosier racing slicks. So this has all the options that came on the car: the BBS wheels, the red caliper, the stripe, and the stereo system. So it's got all the options.
So you got all the bells and whistles
And
in this
it's got no
thing.
bumpers on it, no cats. It's got open exhaust, long tube headers.
And these things retail at about
These are around 300, three and a quarter.
3 1/4.
Yeah, we might get a little bit more for this one because we got a certificate of the world's fastest GT Whipple power in 2010. Did 210.7 in a standing mile.
Oh, look at you, Jim. Like I said, guys, history all over the place in here. Now, this is the newest GT.
This is a 2018 with a carbon fiber track pack on it too.
It's an 18? And this is a GT, though, right?
GT. Yep.
GT.
Ford GT.
And is that the trunk there?
Nope.
What is that?
That's just where I keep the battery charged. This thing has no trunk.
If you've ever wanted to see what's in front, here you go. Got your radio mounted there, just like in the GT40s.
What's that?
The way you got your radiator
Oh
mounts
yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, it looks similar to that one, like on the 40s over there. Yeah. So.
They're pretty much just new and improved, although this one's back half is considerably different from the GT40s.
Oh, yeah. You got pillars. You actually have stanchions.
Notice the carbon fiber rims again.
And then all this, all radiators, cooling. It's a 3.6 liter, a 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo.
The
Putting out about
3.5.
over 680 horses.
Oh, so this is an EcoBoost 3.5 twin turbo.
Putting out over 600 horsepower.
Wing moves as you go faster.
Yeah.
It will
when
go
brakes,
up and down.
When it brakes, it folds up.
When you brake, it will create an air dam and fold up,
Yep.
assisting in your braking.
And we can raise and lower it and lift the front end to clear curbs too.
Hey.
All hydraulics.
It's got the hydraulics.
Well, yeah.
You lowrider guys will love that.
That's where the hydraulic motor sits in front, but when you put it in track mode, the wing comes out and the car lowers 2 inches.
So
And then when
can we make it hop like a lowrider?
No.
Well, sorry guys, can't make it hop.
No. But,
I don't think you'd want to hop this thing anyway.
When you come up on a curb, you can actually lift the front end up.
But that does make sense. New Mexico roads are pretty horrible, so raising this going in and out of a shopping center, absolutely must. You'd probably even want to drive it around a little bit off the ground unless you're on a track or a decent enough road.
I've driven it multiple times on the street.
Have you?
Someone has to get him smog checked.
No?
And licensed.
And you got a Bel Air here. This is
55 Bel Air.
55,
One owner.
original color.
Yep. Well, it's been repainted. Jim repainted this years ago for his end. This is
Has
his
been
wife's-
restored.
This is his wife was brought home in this car.
Ooh,
It's her parents' car.
parents' car. Jim's wife's parents' car.
His wife. Yeah.
Pretty cool that you get to keep it for that long.
Well, it's 55. It's original.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 265 V8, 3 on the tree. My first car was one of these. Except I had the 210. I had the post.
Just don't have that styling anymore.
Hmm?
Car companies need to bring that kind of stuff back.
And then this is his son-in-law's grandfather's truck.
This is an
So
Apache.
this is a 57 El Camino pickup. So it has like a car back end, like a Corvette. Original interior. It's had one repaint.
Oh wow. Okay.
And the back end is, like I said, it's like a
It's an El
car.
Camino.
Yep. Camino.
All right, we're gonna try that again. Well, what happened to the video content left too? Okay, guys. Saleen S7. This has a 427 big block in it. This is naturally aspirated, no power adders.
The option was twin turbos, but it doesn't have that.
But it's got a 427, so what more do you need?
I believe it's a 351 board stroke to a 427.
.240 on the speedo, guys. Signed by Steve Saleen right there. I've only seen these cars in video games, so another very rare car. Beautiful car. Kind of partial to silver. And is this a Lightning up top here?
99 custom.
Custom Lightning?
We built that in 6 months.
I've seen that car on the ground. It was on the ground last time.
This has Johnny Lightning performance engine in it. We did a 4-link rear end, airbagged it.
It's got airbags. That's
Custom wheels, one-off wheels. Me and Mario did all the work on it. Jim and
gorgeous.
Dave did the paint.
Well, sorry I can't get a better view of this one for you guys, but from what you can see.
Trucking Magazine did an article on it.
Trucking Magazine, guys, if you're looking for it. And what is this here Ford?
It's a 49 Ford. Flathead V8.
49 Ford. Custom?
Yep.
2-door?
2-door. Looks like a 4-door from a distance.
It does kind of look like a 4-door.
Yeah, but it's a 2-door. It's huge on the inside. Tree on the tree, flathead V8.
Another Fox.
93 Cobra.
Cobra. Not quite an R, but
Well, he wanted to make
Cobra.
it look like an R.
Cobra nonetheless.
Yep.
Does have the back seats.
93.
Looks like it comes with the AC and the stereo, so you got the creature comforts here.
Oh yeah. Interior's in great shape. It has basically the same motor. But it doesn't have the strut bar.
No strut bar.
But
That's
this
what
one-
I'm missing on my Fox too,
Well,
guys.
this one has 88,000 miles on it.
88,000.
Interior's in perfect condition.
My Fox has got about 140 on it. So you got another. This is a Cobra. Just
Cobra, convertible.
should have a Terminator in it.
4.6, 30.
And this is an 03,
Huh?
03 drift car.
03 Cobra. Same thing as
03.
this.
03 Cobras, both of these.
Yeah. So if we did some modifications to it.
This car looks a little bit familiar. Officer Dan, see you out there.
Yeah. He did that police car versus drift bike.
Police car versus drift bike.
Officer Dan.
Officer Dan. I see you now. I see you. Well, you don't need to know how fast you're going, guys. Just go faster.
And then the lights still work.
Oh, we got power.
The lights still work.
Officer Dan, you know, you can get a ticket for impersonating an officer.
Used to have
Pretty cool, man.
we had
Pretty cool.
graphics on it said to protect and swerve.
So Dan, you might have to get with Jim here. You're gonna have to get this thing out the Suka. Oh, I'd love to see this thing out there squirreling around.
Man, it's been sitting for quite a while.
It's been sitting for a little bit. Come on, Officer Dan, get it going.
He's got enough to keep him busy.
Oh yes, he does.
TV show and all that other stuff.
Got a Mercury right here, Cougar,
That's a customer's car.
customer's car, not Jim's.
Yeah, we restored that.
I do like the headlights on these things. They got some pretty cool headlights. These are basically Mustangs, but Cougars came with the flip-up headlights, which was a cool option that Mercury had. That was exclusive to Mercury.
Yeah, it's an RX-7 with a 6.5 liter 390
390, but
automatic.
basically built on the same frame as a Mustang, just Mercury's version. Mercury had a little bit more creature comforts. I know their trim packages were a little bit better than the Mustangs.
They even had one that came out with a 428 Cobra Jet.
428 Cobra, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a customer's car. We restored it. There's other cars over there we restored. We're just waiting for them to finish this garage so we can come get them.
I put an interlock in a guy's car just like this down in Las Cruces one time. I said, I don't know why you want to drive this car around all day. But he did. So there's the first two rooms. We got one more back room here. I am running out of battery and running out of power, so we're going to try to move along as fast as we can. And we got quite a few specialties back here. Got a Ford GT right here. What is it, guys? Come on. 428. That is a Torino Cobra Jet.
428.
Don't see too many Torinos. Golf cart?
Harley Davidson golf cart.
This is a Harley Davidson golf cart?
Yep.
No
Looks like
shit.
AMF.
I did not even notice it. I walked right by it and didn't even notice it, guys.
It's the only Harley he owns.
The only Harley Jim owns.
I restored it back in 2010.
Does it sound like a Harley?
No, it's electric.
It's electric, so it's quiet. But I have to put some speakers in there and pump out the exhaust notes like Dodge is doing.
You And then that's a barn find. It was a 66 GT350H.
Ooh, this is a Hearst edition, guys. Notice the gold trim down there?
Yeah, it's a survivor. We found it.
Barn find.
Barn, yeah. Barn. Replaced all the rubber bushings and stuff, went through the motor, replaced the gaskets, put new tires on it, drove it.
It's going to look good. Is he planning on restoring it? You're going to leave it?
No, we're going to leave it. It's a survivor.
Going to leave it just the way it is.
Yeah,
Gives it character.
We did a little PDR work on it, and we left the rest. It's exactly how it came out of the barn.
Yeah, it gives it character. Some could say these cars are just like us. They live lives. Multiple owners. They get crashed. They get fixed. They go here. They go there. And if you're lucky, you end up in a beautiful place like this for the rest of your days. Because the scrapyard is a very lonely place for cars.
Well, unless you do like they do, Freiburger does, and you
go out and rescue them, huh?
The rescues them and drives them.
And this MG here, what do we got here?
It's a 53 MGD.
53 MGD. You Santa Fe's vintage car guys, you'll love this.
We restored this car too. This is his wife's car.
Jim's wife's car.
I think it does all 55 miles an hour.
55.
Yeah. So we rebuilt the motor.
And this kind of car, you don't need to go any faster than us.
We drive up and down Red Ram Boulevard.
I would say this is just like one of these gorgeous lowriders. You're going to take it slow, let everybody see it.
These are what the soldiers tried to bring over from Europe. The American soldiers brought a lot of these cars over.
Brought them back from the war.
Yeah, that's what took off. And these are all hand-formed fenders. And everything on the inside is built out of wood.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wood framed.
Yeah, wood frame on the interior. When we stripped it down, these were made out of brass, so we left them alone. We put a luggage rack on it, and we also put wire wheels instead of the steel wheels.
I know you guys can't smell this, but this leather, you can smell it. It's good. It's a beautiful car, man. I love the green on it.
Yeah, it's pretty clean on this side. Yeah, it's got a little toolbox up here for your tools for the hammer to knock off the wheels.
Oh, they got true knockoffs.
Yeah, they're true knockoffs.
True knockoffs.
Wire wheels.
Man, gorgeous.
Then we found that car in northern Mexico. So it's
King Cobra.
Wheels and tires were on it. All we did was repaint. We put new graphics on it.
I believe these were the first ones that they put the 302, the 5.0s in?
This had the 302 two barrels.
78, this was the date I was born, guys, so kind of cool.
King Cobra.
I had a 78. It was black with gold stripes, but bought it because it was my birth year car.
Well, like I said,
Ended up getting rid of
this
it.
was a survivor, so we just repainted it.
Repainted it?
Graphics on it. That's all we did.
Factory interior, still stock.
Yep.
First one after the fuel crisis of the 70s.
No, there's right in the middle of it.
This was right in the middle of it?
Yep, embargo. That's why they went to these
So,
cars.
pretty cool car.
Pintos in Vegas, yeah.
Pintos in Vegas. Everybody said this was the Pinto on steroids.
This was the second best-selling Mustang in history. The Mustang 2. A lot of people don't like them.
No.
Their history.
What do we have here? A Mustang SVO. 86 SVO. This is not your grandma's Fox Spotter. This car will smoke a lot of cars that are on the road today.
I wanted to buy one, but I didn't want to pay an extra $12,000 for it.
I would love to own one of these.
Yeah, this one's clean. The interior's real clean on it.
Now this car may not look like much, guys, but let me tell you, this car is an absolute screamer.
Well, the first year for the Fox Body, they have a five lug, 16-inch wheels. They have Recaro seats, fully adjustable. On the center console there, they have a switch for regular gas and premium gas if you can't get premium for it, and it pulls timing to keep you from detonating the motor.
Wow, that's a cool feature.
Yep. But I thought the Fox Bodies had the best gauge cluster.
I love my Fox body.
And then this
That was another reason why I ordered my 24 Dark Horse, is because you could put a Fox body gauge cluster in your Dark Horse.
Yeah, and then this one here, they got the Recaro seats. You have a pump up
lumbar,
and then you can adjust your like that. And you can pull that out for your seats, all that. Then it came with a bi-wing dual exhaust.
Came with the double wing.
Yeah, the bi-wing. They called it a bi-wing. But the interior is totally different on the SUV.
Yep,
SVOs.
you don't have your little glove pocket down at the bottom.
It's all perforated up here.
Now this is an 80s, mine is a 90. My window switches are kind of up in here.
This is an 86.
But the door handles, mirror adjust, pretty much the same on the later Fox bodies. Now, the special one about this is these did not come with 5.0s.
Turbo, 2.4 liter turbo.
2.4
Intercooled.
turbo. And what was the horsepower on these?
Fuel injected and intercooled. I believe it was
240.
240. I think it was
Somewhere
like
around in there,
240,
240.
245, 250. But I mean, it was lighter than a Mustang V8 and cornered better because you have 16-inch wheels, adjustable Coney shocks, and 4-link rear end. There are 4 shocks in the back, fully adjustable, and dual exhaust. And they got good gas mileage.
And it would smoke just about anything on the road.
Yep, they were. I wanted one, but they were just way more expensive than a GT. My 83 GT RS Capri was $10,000.
Everybody says you want a 5.0 Fox body, but
You get one of these, and you can upgrade the turbo.
You got one of these, and you can run circles around a 5.0.
Plus, you got cold air going right into the intercooler to the throttle body, and it's fuel injected.
Functional scoop.
Yep.
Functional ram air scoop.
Right into the intercooler. Put in a bigger turbo and really make it run. And the engine's built for turbocharging.
Right, so it's already ready. It's set up for the pressure.
It's already beefed up.
If I ever win the lottery, guys, if I ever win the lottery, I believe this is a 350 with a Voodoo motor.
That's a GT 350R.
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 Definitely has a Voodoo.
Yep. This one's putting down 1,100 at the tire and 1,040 foot-pounds of torque.
1,100 horsepower. 1,000 what?
1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
1,041 foot-pounds of torque, 1,100 at the tires. This is the world's first twin-turbo GT 350.
First twin turbo.
Helion turbo. John Urich here in Albuquerque and Jim got together and they built the first turbo for the GT 350s.
Wow, would you look at that? Twin turbo Voodoo.
Yep. Adjustable on the fly to boost. It'll flat smoke the tires in like third and fourth, it'll just flat smoke the tires. The 2016 GT 350R.
You gotta love it. You always need more.
Well,
Just a
one
little
in the
bit
world.
more.
Actually, they did a Motor Trend TV program on it.
Motor Trend. Look it up, guys. Might find it.
Let's see if I can get the booklet real quick.
That is amazing. Look how they welded in that plenum there.
Yeah, right here. So we're putting down 723 and 649 at 9 pounds of boost.
9 pounds of boost.
So, but they went through it. We upgraded the springs in it. We did different cams. Yep, and different pistons.
Upgrade the pistons.
Yep, we rotating assembly. Basically, that's what they look between the stock and the upgraded. Look how big the rods are.
But yeah, that's not going to snap very easy.
Well, they built it to handle 2,000 horsepower. Plus, they stiffened the block, supporting. And so that's what it looked like. It was going back together. Yeah.
Got to do your clutch.
Well, this was the first twin turbo 5 liter in the 550s Mustangs. This was his wife's car. He was racing in Oklahoma, and one of the car dealerships brought in a 2015 Mustang. So he bought one, and then he built that twin turbo kit for it.
Wow. I mean, in the way that thing smushes in there,
Well, it fits in there good.
it looks like it's factory.
And then that's how the plumbing looks underneath. For all the
Sorry about the glare, guys, but hope you can see that.
is that better?
Yeah.
And then that's it sitting on the dyno edge. Chris Groves was tuning it.
5.2 Voodoo.
And
there's your power curve, guys. 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
what's it, 1,081? Yeah, it's 1,080. It's 1,081 horsepower and 1,043 torque.
Ooh. That's definitely a monster.
Yep. And no back seat. We got a cage in it to the direct strip and got kicked off the direct strip. So.
You better be careful. Sometimes you come up on a Mustang and you make this think it's a regular Shelby, and then you'll find out it's got that.
Well, one way to find out is the drag radials.
Well,
And these are carbon fiber wheels.
Man.
A buddy of Jim's and mine has one same color, except he has the white stripes, and it's one of one.
One of one. Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen a lot of them with the red and the black.
He got his with the white stripe, and they thought it was silver, but it turns out to be avalanche gray. Jim is a silver, black stripe kind of guy. This is that customer's car with Cougar. This is the other car we restored.
This one is pretty.
Yeah, this one's worth.
I like the double red white double red walls.
This one's a little rarer than Shelby with the options that are on it.
So what exactly is this one?
That's a kind of big build. So it's a GT with a hypo in it, convertible, 4-speed, rally pack, new gauges.
Just had rare options.
Apparently, what's on this car is very limited optional car. Yeah. Heavily optioned car.
Very pretty, huh? The colors go well together.
Well, when we did the concourse, it's a concourse car, so we did a MCA show last year at the balloon park, and he got dinged on his seats, but that's what he wanted, so he's not worried about it.
He got dinged on the seats?
Yeah, because they didn't come like that.
Oh, okay.
But that's how he wanted it, so that's how we did it. So he got a point or two deducted, but he still got a gold.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's the engine's spotless on it too.
Ooh.
Little 289 hypo.
Look at that. You could eat off of this firewall here, guys.
Well, yeah, we restored it. It was a rotisserie. It's a full rotisserie.
So, just don't get your rotisserie grease all over this.
Yeah, it's got a little dust from driving it to and from. We generally had the movies for Christmas parties. I got to move them out of here. We take them over to the race shop. But it's the same guy that owns the black Cougar.
Beautiful car.
Oh yeah.
Then we got a 281 Saleen right there.
05.
Now I did another video on that. There's one in Santa Fe for sale right now. I believe Mustang Ed. If you're looking to buy one of these, he's got it for sale for I believe about $63.
I've seen some of these priced in the 30s.
Mustang Ed in Santa Fe if you're interested. Now this is another rare one. This is a one-off, or this is not a one-off, but a Shelby design.
It's the only car you built from scratch.
Built from scratch as well.
It's a 99 Series 1.
Series 1, okay. One of one.
In conjunction with Oldsmobile.
Yeah, and Carol also did some stuff with Dodge with the Daytonas. So Carol wasn't exclusively with Ford. He also did some other things.
With Oldsmobile, GM. It's got a stainless or aluminum chassis. The chassis weighs 270 pounds.
Yeah, and you can see that some of that interior trim is definitely screaming GM, and ignition key right there is definitely a GM key.
Like I said, it's the only car I ever built from scratch.
Now here, these things are pretty fast.
Yeah, this one's supercharged. It's got the optional supercharger.
And then what motor is this?
It's shit. Now you caught me. It's the same motor they put in the Indy car that's in that Indy room.
You gotta love these suspension setups.
Well, cantilever suspension.
Gotta love
the chassis weighs 270 pounds.
Get you around the turns real quick.
Okay.
Reserve some battery power. Sorry guys, I'm overheating and running out of power. So I'm gonna do this as fast as possible. You need that in your life, guys. That's, well, what can you say? Shelby Cobra.
Yeah. Mark III.
Mark III.
66.
Got a T-Bird over here, two-door T-Bird. Yeah, going back to the future over there with a DeLorean, guys.
Yeah, the DeLorean has 480 miles on it.
480 miles. Well, with these aluminum panels, you don't want to mess this thing up.
The top speed's 88 miles an hour.
88 miles an hour. Well, you ain't getting back to the future at 88. And is this Jim's Indy car?
This is a Delora.
Delora.
Similar to what he raced. Similar to what he raced.
Well, I don't see the, what do you call that thing there?
Flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor.
No, I got a model that has it.
We're missing the flux capacitor.
I got a model. the size of the roof on this thing. It's about this big. It's full size. All the lights and all the...
And guys, if you want to see a DeLorean with a flux capacitor, I did a video of the Nuclear Science Museum. There is one in there that has the flux capacitor installed.
Actually, there's a company called Dallas.
There's on balancing sheet over here,
Yeah.
and it looks like the only Chevy in the building here is an El Camino.
We restored this one a couple of years ago.
454 SS El Camino.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Restored.
Did we just put some paint on here, or
No,
just put some?
it was a rotisserie. We did a complete restoration. It's
The bed.
concourse car.
I don't think anything has touched this bed. Got a couple little dings there, but this thing is gorgeous.
Yeah, I just got this stuff covered because it's right underneath that. It's
Oh.
black. Yeah, it's black. So
Got a little leak in there from the swamp
no,
cooler.
it just blows.
Blows a
dirt.
little dust there.
But I keep this covered because this is easy to buff. This isn't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you'll get the swirls.
Yep.
Anybody who's got a black car, you know about the swirls. And we got another little T-Bird here.
It's a 2005.
05, they only made these for limited editions.
Yeah, it's a good little car. It's a lot of trunk room. It's good on the highway.
Great little cruiser.
Yeah, little V8. The Corolla
Had a
built
4.6 in it, right?
it's 3.8.
3.8 V8?
Almost like it's almost a 4-liter. And Corolla builds an exhaust system for it, so it'll wake it up. Yeah, the little overhead cam.
Kind of looks like a 4.6, but
It's a little smaller than a 4.6.
pretty cool. They crammed that thing in there pretty nice. And this is a removable hardtop.
Yep, removable hardtop, big old trunk in it, huge trunk.
To actually take the family out in this thing. Well, no, you
Well, no,
can't.
you
This is a
can't.
2-door.
It's 2-door, but you can throw all your bags in it and go cross country.
Well, you can get rid of the kids with this one. You just can't ride with it.
But I'm just saying.
So let's check the trunk out.
Well, I've got some of the stuff here, but it's a huge trunk.
Oh yeah, you could probably fit 2 bodies in there if you worked in the mob.
You'd have to cut them in half.
Yeah, depends on how big they are. If you get Fat Tony, you might want to get a better car. Bigger trunk, maybe like a Cadillac or something there. But that's this. This is Jim Guthrie's museum. I hope you guys enjoyed. Some beautiful cars in here, guys. Hearse editions, SVOs, King Cobras, Type Rs, Torinos, Mustangs galore, all colors, shapes, and sizes.
That's a Shelby too.
Thanks to Kenny for walking us through here today. Without his time, we wouldn't have been able to get in here and take a look at these beautiful machines.
Don't forget about the 2013 GT350.
And we got this GT350 right here.
This one's putting down about 650.
We didn't really take a look. We kind of missed over my battery kind of acting up when we got over here. Gotta love that screw supercharger right there.
It's a Whipple. Put about 650 at the tire.
650 at the tire, guys. But guys, that's gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed everything. Some weird ones in here. You got a Harley Davidson golf cart. Haven't seen that before. So once again, guys, I'll see you in the streets.